And a very good afternoon to you all. Good morning, wherever you are watching from all over the world. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company on this Wednesday, 24th of March. Just about there at the end of the month. Spring is certainly sprung, that is for sure. Hope you are well. Hope you've managed to do a little bit of crafting. What you can be doing today is you can then be crafting at home while you're watching our jam-packed schedule when it comes to Crafters TV. What we're going to be doing is after this show here, so you're going to find me for this 1 hour, and then myself and Joe are then going to take over for the next half hour at the end for a craft vault. Then what we're going to do is, you can see the lineup right at the side at this very moment. We have then got Craft Along, and we've also got Creative Cravens. So Craft Along is all about the foil press, so we're going to be doing a project step by step with you at home. You're going to be able to get that list. You're going to find it on my social media as well as Crafters Companion. You'll be able to get all the bits ready to go. And then what we're going to do is later on in the day, we are then going to come in with a Creative Cravens. And we've got a nice little mixture throughout the show. So we've got things like our stacked easel. We've even got our floral animal dies, which I've not actually used on a dedicated show, so that's going to be fun as well. What we're also going to be doing is we're going to be announcing the winner of my 7,000th like on Facebook. So still time to enter. Head across onto my Facebook page and you will see, you'll need to scroll down to about last week. You'll see the goodies on the screen, so you just need to enter via that way. So Craft Along is of course going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK. It is 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. And then if you also want to join us for Creative Cravens, which I hope you will, that's then going to be 7 p.m. here tonight, as well as 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. But what you can do is, after this show, as I alluded to a moment ago, stick around for Craft Vault, where it's going to be half an hour of jam-packed deals. I say jam-packed deals, you're going to buy one, you're going to get one for a penny or a cent. So, wow, incredible. A penny. Imagine that. Wonder what you're going to be able to get your hands on. Stay tuned. You might actually be watching on our website, where you can be having sneak peek already. All the deals are already live. So have a wee look while you're across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. And while you're there, we're also celebrating an 18th birthday. I know, Joe is 18 today. Can you believe it? Yeah, doesn't look like day over 34. Now, what you can then be doing is we are actually celebrating Tiffany's 18th birthday. So Totally Tiffany is 18. So you can see that right along the bottom of your screen there. So what we've got is we've got the opportunity for you to be joining Totally Tiffany. Keep saying Totally Tiffany. Let's just say Tiffany. We're all friends. You could be joining Tiffany on craft class this Sunday the 28th. So she's going to be taking over as well. Everything that you find on our website when it comes to Tiffany products, you're then going to be getting double points. So do stock up on any of your storage when it comes to Totally Tiffany as well. Then while you're across on the website, I'm going to loot something in a moment. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go over our daily giveaway. So this says, to celebrate National Craft Month, what we're doing every single day throughout March, the winner will actually also be announced in Creative Cravens as well. So we're going to be doing 2 giveaways in the last show of the day. What you can be winning today is all of this goodness of crafting. Look at that. We've got large stamps, 12 by 12. We've got Knitwit. We've got Sharon Callis. We've got some of Sarah Kay's stamps. We've got a whole load of crafting goodies that you could be in the chance of winning. All you need to do to be in with the chance of winning is head across to our Facebook or our YouTube and just comment. That's it. That's all you need to do. So you can tell us what you're up to today. Are you going to be joining myself and Joe in the craft along? Maybe you just want to say morning or afternoon to us both. Then do that. Get across onto the social. You can see it right along the bottom, all the way there. So you've got your 3 options as well, including Instagram. But if you do comment on Facebook or YouTube, you'll be in with the chance of winning all of those goodies. And breathe. But that is not the only giveaway that we're also doing, is to do and celebrate the craft month. What we're doing is we are giving one big giveaway at the end of the month. And to be in with your chance of winning a Gemini Pro and the rotating discs, all you need to do is just follow that lovely link all the way along the bottom there. That's going to take you across to the website where you can enter to be in with the chance, and that winner, I'm wanting to say that winner will be announced round about the start of April to give everyone the chance right up to the 31st of March. Also, while you're, see, the place to go when you're not watching us live is the website, because it's all happening there. Cross on the website, you're also going to find our current Get It, Got It, Good. This week's Get It, Got It Good is our Twirling Characters craft kit. £20, $20 or €20. Plus, you're going to be getting 80 bonus points as well. You've got over 230 elements, makes a minimum of 24 cards, mixed styles, get the envelopes too, 16 dies, 31 clear stamps, and loads of papers and embellishments when it comes to that craft kit. So there we go, that is absolutely one that you want to pop into your basket as well, either for yourself or maybe a gift for someone within the family or friends. All you need is a little bit of adhesive and you're good to go. What we're now about to do is we're actually going to be having a look and see what is actually coming up fully on Crafters TV today, and we're going to be kickstarting later on today, 3 p.m. here in the UK, or of course it is for you guys, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, and it's all about our foil press. Now I have to say, this is one craft along that you've been waiting for, and it is all about the foil press. So we're going to be incorporating these ones here. So this is our foil stamp dies. So this is our solid sentiments, 4-piece collection, £34 here in the UK, $40 for you guys stateside as well, or €39 for you guys across in Europe. You're still getting that really good saving. You're still going to be getting your Club Inspire on top of that one. We are going to be having a look at them just shortly on Wake Up Call, but then it is going to be involved when it comes to the craft along. So do tune in and join us, and we can all be crafting along together. Then what we're going to do is we're then going to move straight on to Creative Cravings. It's not only a jam-packed day for all of us, it's a jam-packed day for me as well. Wake Up Call, Craft Fall, Craft Along, and then Creative Cravings as well. So what we're then going to be doing is we're going to be showcasing what's coming up on Creative Cravings, at least a couple of the elements anyway. And what you're going to be finding across on that show is you're going to be finding our stacked easels. So this is where you can do all of your different easels. You can do different shapes, different sizes, different configurations if you want. The stacked easel card die collection, you're getting over 65 elements in total. This is where it's £75 for here in the UK, or for you guys stateside you are $90, or if you are across in Europe, €85. 50 for you as well. So as you can see, it is absolutely jam-packed for the full of today. Being midweek, this Wednesday, the 24th of March, but I'm not alone. We've always got someone holding the fort, and today, he is in his Friday mode, because this is his last day for a few days. It's Joe. Morning, Joe, or afternoon, Joe.
Morning, afternoon, I mean good evening, depending on where you are. Hello, Craig. Thanks for having me back again on your wake-up call today. Yes, I'm going to be doing all the salacious gossiping and chit-chatting with everyone. And people are up bright and early all over the place. I see Georgianne is in Florida. Sarah's here from Ohio. Kimberly is here. I can see Karen in Alabama. Maureen is in northern Italy. I mean, we are truly an international bunch today, Craig. If you've got any questions that you want me to pop over to Craig about absolutely anything, and I mean anything, let me know. Crafters TV on Facebook or YouTube. Of course, you can search for Crafters Companion. We've got a very packed day, and we're together all day today, I'm pleased to say, Craig.
We are indeed. We absolutely are. So already just having a look at your comments straight away. So we've got Georgiana saying good morning CTV crew from Clearwater, Florida. So we've seen Joe, so afternoon to Joe, and we have got Johnny and Charlotte in the gallery today. Good afternoon, Johnny.
Good afternoon.
Did you have a good birthday celebration?
I did, thank you.
Good. And good afternoon to you as well, Charlotte.
Afternoon.
So we are all ready to go for the full day. They've now both got the giggles. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep going along, saying morning to many of you. Joe is then going to be holding the fort when it comes to the social. So get, as Joe says, get your comments of that in as well. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at what's coming up first of all when it comes to foil press. We are going to be doing the foil press, and this is where it's going to be about the craft along. So we have got, you'll see on your screen right now at the side, we've got the foil press stamp and die. I keep saying die, it's your foil press stamp. It's your solid sentiment. You're getting 4 in total. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on, in Wake Up Call, we're going to focus on the thank you. This is a really good sizable stamp within this one here. And with this one, what you're doing is you're getting that full image. It's kind of doing the reverse feature Usually what will happen with the foil press, it's the actual sentiment that would foil. And this occasion, it's the actual backdrop that is foiling. So that's the same when it comes to your other one. So it's thank you, happy birthday, celebrate, and especially for you. All four of them come together, £34 for here in the UK or $40 for you guys stateside. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to focus too much on the foil press itself. We do have dedicated shows back on Crafters TV, whether you're watching on YouTube or our website that you can go back and watch. This one is all about the craft along, which is later on today, 3 p.m. here in the UK, or for you guys stateside, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. I've already got my foil press already layered up to go. I've also bringing in some gold foil. So this is gold papercraft foil. I've got some of our vellum as well. This is just our printable vellum that's on our website. And what I also need is a shim. So I've used my 300 GSM stamping card as a shim. For this one, because it is a real solid stamp, what we need to do is we then need to really ramp it up to, oh, typical, it's just switched itself off, isn't it? At least by having it good to go with the temperature, switching it straight on, we are already on green, which means we're good to go. To let you know, when I say it's a good sizable one, it is at least 4 inches by 4 inches in diameter. So what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if you caught that to start with, but the time is actually right up to 50 seconds. So there we go. We are on 50. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to pop my stamp relatively in the middle of our platform. I do like to put my carbon plate over the top like you can see there, and then I'm going to press start. So our foil press, you caught that a moment ago, that after it's been sitting unused for a period of time, it's then going to switch off just for safety. What it also does is it beeps to let you know that it's ready, which it will do that in a moment or two. This is now where you can then do all your foiling. You see the foiling on our Sarah's Signature, Nature Garden, Hunky Dory. You can then start to do the foiling at home. Whether it's the foil press stamps or you've seen on the dedicated shows that we've done in the past, you can foil your normal dies. If we get time at the end of Craft Along later on today, we'll do a few of these techniques as well, just to refresh the memory. But what we can then do is wait on this, counting down. And although I've used vellum, it is still the papercraft foil, not the multi-surface papercraft. That's what you're going to be using 95% of the time. It's beeped to say that it's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my papercraft foil, and I'm going to do that shiny side down. And then what I can do is I can put my vellum over the top. I'm then going to bring in my 300 GSM shim cardstock. There or thereabout, it could be 290, it could be 310, as long as you've got that good shim, because the vellum is really, really thin. So you need to bulk out your layers when it comes to the junior. That's exactly what I'm using today, is the junior. It will work when it comes to your Daddy Gemini. You will just need to get your extender plate and it'll work exactly the same way. So you don't need to panic or worry if you only have the large Gemini. What we can then do is we can peel it off, and we're going to lift these layers up. So if we come then from, you see perfectly from up above, and if I peel that off, how incredible is that? Absolutely stunning. You've got that perfect gold foil, edge to edge coverage when it comes to your vellum. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to set that to the side for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one of our circle stitched edge nesting dies. And we're going to pop this into the middle. And I'm also going to then bring in my low tack tape. Now, Joe doesn't know what I'm actually going to do here, but what I'm going to do is if I pop that one on, and I'm going to cut this like I would usually do when it comes to any of our dies, and that's plastic shim, magnetic shim, and then top plate. That can then go through, so we're just cutting our layer when it comes to our vellum. Don't throw this away. What I will do when it comes to craft along, I will show you how you can use your waste. We can then take what you've just foiled. I'm going to pop this bit out. And then what I'm going to do, I've already mat and layered it, but did you see Joe in his Try It Tuesday yesterday?
Ah!
What I've done is I have already done a bit of matting and layering. This matting and layering, for anyone that wants to know, and they are still on the website because I've checked, and that's Hunky Dory's colour family, are 8x8 pads. So what I'm doing is I'm going to layer this into the middle, and I know that we are all centralised. I'm going to pop this into the middle. I'm then going to bring in, so that was the one I'd pre-done. This is the one that I've already done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop little bits of tacky glue behind where the foiling is. And I'm only doing little dots because you really don't need much at all. Plus, you don't want to see the actual glue from behind. And what I was originally going to do is I was going to do another orange circle mat and layer. The only thing about that is it would have covered a lot of Joe's stamping impression. So I thought what we can do is we can go straight on with the vellum. The vellum around the edges picks up some of that colour shining through, but then you have got that thank you sentiment within the middle. So if you are using any of your cardstock, maybe you're using your rotating stamps like Joe done yesterday, and this is the one that Joe done on Try It Tuesday. Try It Tuesday, you can see then that you can start to incorporate your foil press elements, whether it is maybe images that you've got, whether it is sentiments that you've got. Really nice to finish off a card that you can see there. Big one like that is really good if, in a workplace, everyone needs to sign a card. That's a good style with that one. Really simple when it comes to the design. But that is part of your foil stamp solid die elements. Just to say as well, is it says die on it. It is a stamp. It is the stamp that you've got. I think that's what's been thrown me as well. They are stamped. So that's your foil press stamp. This is your solid sentiment. You're getting the 4 in the collection. They are £34 here in the UK, or for you guys across in the United States of America, you are, what are you now? You are $40. So you can then stock up on any of these sentiments. But the especially for you is the one that we're going to focus on later on in the craft along.
Which is going to be loads of fun. Really looking forward to that, Craig. They're my favourite all-time foil stamp dies as well. So lovely that we're featuring those. Lots of you are already shopping ahead, you're letting me know. Gillian says as well. People are loving the giveaways as well at the moment. Aisha's saying, great giveaways every day this month. Are so great. Janine says, hi, afternoon all. Hi, Craig. Looking forward to today's shows. June says, wow, we get the Scotty Hottie all day long. You do indeed, Jean. All day, all the way through till 9 p.m. here this evening in the UK, which is 3 p.m. on the East Coast, until Sunday, because then, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the time zone, we're going to move them all again. We're not. Like the world is doing it, but we go on to daylight saving Saturday night into Sunday, so that means that the times will change back. We'll give you more fair warning about that as we go through the week. Tansy Pans loves the foil press. Best toy I have after my Gemini. Nefertiti says, I'm new to foiling, so this will be interesting to see. Make sure you join us. A couple of questions coming in about the foil press, Craig. I will put these over to you now, but we will be doing, won't we, like a proper foil press 101 as part of the craft along as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll always have time at the end of a craft along to go over any bits or other demos. So what I've decided today, the remaining time of the craft along, what we're going to do is we'll answer any questions, do a bit of a foil press 101. So we'll also pick up on any issues, any questions that you've got with the foil press.
Awesome. I'll pop you the couple that I have now then. 2 of them. Caroline wants to know if you can use the foil press in the MIDI, and also Veronica wants to know tips on helping to cut down overfoiling.
Okie doke. So straight away, you're overfoiling. It's all about the time that it's sitting on your platform. So the good thing, the amazing thing with our foil press is you just reduce the time. So reduce it for a few seconds at a time. Also make sure that your foil is just big enough for the sentiment, the image, whatever it is that you are foiling with. They're the key kind of components to make sure that you get a perfect foiling. So just reduce the time if you've got overfoiling, and also make sure that the foil is just the size that you need for the actual stamp. As far as the MIDI, no, you can't use your foil press within the MIDI because the MIDI is a folder-based die cutting machine. So with the MIDI, it's only got, have we got the MIDI here? No. We don't. It was on the counter. It's gone. It's gone. Anyway, with the MIDI, because it's a really thin mouth where the folder goes through, you need your Gemini, whether it's the junior or the large Gemini, where you've got the big mouth where the actual platform, depth of the platform goes through. So you can't use the MIDI, unfortunately.
Okay, I hope that answers your questions. Marisol says, great foil pressing with Craig, first time using my machine. Oh, I can't wait for us all to be able to craft along live at the same time. It's going to be really exciting. 3 p.m. here in the UK, of course, which is, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Right, any more questions or comments you've got, please keep getting them in to me. Happy Hump Day is what I'm going to say, Craig, for everyone, because it is Wednesday, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but it's anything but a hump day for you, isn't it?
It's fake
you're
Friday.
Going off for a couple of days, yeah.
I've had that Friday feeling since about Monday though, Craig. If you watched my show last night with Debbie, especially the end, you'll know exactly what we mean.
I didn't, funny enough, the part that I didn't catch was the end, so I'm going to have to catch back that one, see exactly. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Was that a windy pops?
It's a little bit. The windy pops live on here, sorry.
Craig, you clearly didn't go to Swiss finishing school, did you?
Pardon me. Could have been worse.
You could have been worse. You could have been saying Brussels sprout at the time, like someone once said on one of my shows, and then Bert was saying it.
Really? Yeah. No, we didn't do that. At least mine was a silent. It was just the actual reaction that you've seen there. Okay, doc. What we'll do is let's go on to our stacked easels now. Now, these ones here, I think one of the reasons so many people love our stacked easels is it enables you to make your easel cards really, really simply. But what it also does is it's very repetitive, which I like to always say it's not a bad thing. This is a good thing because it makes your cards look that wow factor. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the main one, the big one, and then I'll show you what it looks like with a few of the other sizes. What we need to start with is I'm going to start with my main large die, and I need a piece of cardstock that has got a seam down the back, so your own card blank. No specific size, you need to make sure that it's big enough for your die to sit on place. And then what we're going to do is let's turn it that way. We'll be able to see from up above, my die is completely covering the cardstock. If you have a look at the top here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it up only until the top part of the die is over the cardstock. And that's what's going to create our hinge. So we can then line that up again, make that a little bit neater, and then we're going to run this one through our Gemini. And this is our 300 GSM stamping card, so our Gemini is no problem at cutting 600 GSM. We can do our plastic, magnetic and top plate, and these that I'm showing you now, as well as our animal dies, as well as a few other things, are what's coming up on Creative Craven, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time, as well as the announcing the giveaway of my Facebook giveaway, as well as the National Craft Month daily giveaway. It's going to be all go. It's going to be all go. It certainly is a busy day, Johnny. It really is. And I can't wait. Who sang We've Only Just Begun? You'll know who sang that, Joe.
We've only just begun. I don't know.
You don't know?
Was it Dusty Springfield?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me know in the comments.
Yeah,
Who
do that.
was it? Who was it?
Who was
I
it?
don't know.
Certainly wasn't
The
Celine
Carpenters,
Dion.
apparently.
Was it the Carpenters?
Yeah.
I always thought they were just someone that laid carpets until, maybe about 10 years ago, realised that no, they were actually
You thought
a
they were
group.
people that laid carpets?
Yeah.
They're carpet fitters. Carpenters make things out of wood.
That's carpet. I know. You know, I'm not saying that this was like last year. This was maybe about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. You know, when I was younger and didn't know a lot. Not that I know much more now at my age, but anyway, what we've done.
But aren't carpenters called joiners now? Which
Joiners,
why is it? I don't get that. I'm not quite sure. Let me know. I tell you what. Shall we have let people let us know, Craig? Odd job titles or ones that don't sound like the thing that they do. I'm going to go off first, right? Campanologists. Do you know what a campanologist is, Craig?
Well, straight away you would think it's something to do with camping, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you? Campanologists is people that do campanology, which is bell ringing in churches.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that whatsoever. so far from what I would have thought.
So highly educational here at Crafters TV, in every sense of the word.
You are, though. You are.
I know a lot of very useless things.
No,
Craig.
it's not useless. It is not useless whatsoever. It's really fascinating, some of the things that you can learn. And the thing is as well, Joe just comes out of them just within a conversation. And they're really fascinating. Really are. Rightio, let's finish off this one here. So what I've done is I've die cut the main base of the easel card that I showed you. Then using the same die, I've die cut a full image that we can see here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back this one here, and I want to score roughly halfway. Doesn't have to be exact, but roughly halfway. So it is, what is that? That is 3.5 inches. So let's roughly score that one at 2 3/4. Let's just make sure I'm lined up here. So we can score.
I just had a bit of an incident with the iPad, Craig. I was holding it and just sort of it went. I don't know what happened. What's the noise? Sorry.
Yeah, I did hear. I hear a little noise between your snort and my burping. Gosh.
What a pair.
What a pair. What a pair. And you wonder why we love working together.
Ooh.
Who knows what can happen when we're both on together, isn't it? But yeah, so what I've done is I've just popped my adhesive onto that bottom half, and then I'm lining this one up here, and then we're going to press. Then this instantly creates our easel that we can see up above, and then I'll go close up for you to see. So if I bring this one in, there we go. So you can see how it starts to look simply as that, simply by die cutting the main base, the main panel, and scoring a line. Then what I've already done is if I bring in a couple of bits that I've already die cut. So the main component that we've done, I've taken the next size down of dies. So I've gone for the next size down, and what I've done is I have die cut a piece of the pattern paper. This then gives me this effect here. So that can go onto the front. And also using the next size down, I've die cut another piece of paper. So I've used this one, and it's given me that shape. And that is from the, let's see, I know I've got it here, quintessential, the one I can never say, quintessentially English is from that paper pad. Then we can start to layer these ones up as well. And this is what I mean by these are very straightforward and very repetitive, because what I've done here, I would then come along and do with a medium set of dies, and then I would come along and do it again with some smaller sets of dies. So what I'm then going to do first and foremost, let's take, so before I stick that down, it's over the edge, the fold edge at the back. So what I'm going to do is, usually before I have, where's my large scissors gone? Here we go. Before I have actually taken the backing off the adhesive, I would use my guillotine and trim the back, make it straight. We can then bring this one in, and it's going to be a nice matting layer all the way around, you can see. So let's bring this one in as well. Now this specific one here, being the easel books, this is a good one if maybe, you know, we're getting to that point that will soon be here in the UK allowed to have people round. Maybe you want to make little placement settings. We could take the mini one that I've already made, which I'll show you, and pop someone's name on it. Maybe you've got foil press alphabets. That would look spectacular. This is what this one looks like once it's layered up. Then what we can do is we're going to do the same with a medium set of the dies. So with this one, what I've done is I have used, I think it's it was the third die that we've then used. Do you know what? We're live, it's wake up, bear with. It's just fallen over here. Here we go. It's pinged away. I'm here. There we go. There we go. So what I've done is I've taken the third die down and die cut all the layers that I've done a moment ago with the larger one. And then what I've done is I've used the, I want to say the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th die down. And I've done exactly the same to make this really small easel card. And this one specifically would be really good for a name placement if you wanted to. Or maybe you've got our large storybook die. That would look spectacular as well. Lots of things that you can do. Then what is also the real fun part of this is you can then change the look and how they're laid out. So what I mean by that is you can then start to position them in all these different ways. So you might want them at different sides, here and here. You might want them all the way at a diagonal that we can see this way here. You might want them at a bit of a curvature that you can see here. So lots of different ways that you can have them. We tend to just use 3, but you could use 2 if you want. You might want to use 5. You might want to do them all as the large one. It's entirely up to yourself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do side by side. So I need to put my little bit of adhesive into that top corner. And I would, at home, I would be using my tacky glue, simply because it is construction. But we are using our tape runner and it will hold. We're going to do the same for this one. We're going to pop our adhesive into the corner. And we're then going to lift this one up. And we're going to pop this one into place here. So if I secure that in to where I need it to be, and what will happen is this one here is then going to hold up this back one. So if I move that one in, but what we also need is we need a couple of stoppers to hold these 2 into place. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in the For You, which I've already die cut. You get that within this set as well. So we can then bring in our foam pads. And do put them on a bit of foam pad, because this is what's going to give you that stopper element. I'm going to do 4 on this one here. This decorative panel I've cut in silver. This is also within this set as well. And then we can take this last one and do U. So that's going to hold up that one. That's going to hold up that one. And then what we can also do, let's bring in a bit of our glue gel. And we've brought in one of these flower forming roses. And do you know what? Let's even go just down into here. These ones here might be coming soon. Hint, hint. Just a little bit of a hint, hint. But here we go. So there is your stacked easel. Now you'd come along maybe with stamped images or maybe sentiments or anything along those lines to decorate it. But that is how you can start to form them. That's how you can do them. So it's straight away the recipient will think, oh my gosh, how did you make that? But really it is straightforward. Whatever you do with the first one, you do exactly the same with the second and the third one. Maybe you want to do 4, 5, 6. It's entirely up to yourself. But we will be having a look at these again later on today, 7 p.m. here in the UK. 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. For Creative Cravens, the Stacked Easel Die Card Collection, 65 elements in total. You're going to be £75 here in the UK, or for you guys stateside, $90 as well. Actually, gosh, look at that saving in the UK, $44.94, or for you guys stateside, $59.70, and you're still going to get your Club Inspire on top of that as well. But what we can now do is I'm going to get myself tidied up, and we're going to move on to the next bit that I've not actually done before in the show, and that is our animal dies. So while I do that, we're going to go over to the man himself, Joe, who's been reading your comments.
I certainly have. You've really been chatting away with me as well, which is awesome. Kimberly's letting me know that her Friday was yesterday, and now she hasn't got to go to work for 6 whole days. That is awesome, Kimberly. I bet you're going to get loads of crafting in. Maureen says, campanologist comes from the Italian word campana, which means bell. There you go. So now we know. Nona says, I have 3 daughters who have all been bell ringers. Joe's letting me know that her dad was a campanologist in his youth as well. Suzette saying that I'm hilarious, apparently. Thank you for that, Suzette. I really appreciate that. Mocraft says, I always laugh at my phone when I'm reclined. Well, I always laugh at myself when I'm reclined or laying down and drop my phone on my face. I think that's what's just happened to Mo. Have you done that? I do that all the time. Lay in bed with my phone, boom, just drop it on my face. That's why I had to stop using an iPad, Craig, in bed, honestly. If I was going to end up with a broken nose. Pamela says, funny job names. What about an entomologist? Any ideas, Craig? Entomologist. This is a new one on me.
Entomologist.
Entomologist.
I wouldn't even know where to
No,
begin to
me
guess
neither.
on
I'm going to
that
give it to you. It's a person who studies insects, apparently. There you go.
Okay.
Alicia lets me know she used to be an administrative assistant, means secretary. Now, as an info system specialist, code word for business analyst. Do you want some more funny ones as well, Craig? The one that has made me laugh the most, Craig, out of all of these job names is chick sexer, which is someone who determines the sex of chicks when they're born. There you go. Imagine having that on a business card. Also, people talking about as well making their jobs seem a bit more important than they are. So this one, beverage dissemination officer. What do you think that might mean, Craig? Any ideas?
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo as to what that one would be.
It means bartender. Which has made me laugh. Keep getting them in. Everyone's having a good old chuckle in the comments as well, chatting away. A lot of people talking about the stacked easels as well. Very excited for those. Did you let us know where that paper was from in that last demo, Craig? June says.
I did indeed. It was the quintessentially British.
Fantastic. Stephanie says as well, I'm going to add an easel to a save the date card and then put it into my 8-inch memory bridal shower album I'm making. I think that's a wonderful idea.
That is.
Stephanie. So any questions you've got, keep getting them in. Keep letting me know about those funny job titles as well. We'll see if we can find a few more of them, Craig.
Absolutely, do that. Do let us know, and it'd be interesting to see exactly what some of these name titles are. But what we're going to do now is we're going to carry on with Creative Craves, and I just want to check, Johnny, do we have that details for? They're not. Righty-o. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read you from what I've
That's me just, I don't know what I'm on about over here. I'm like, what's going on?
Righty-o. So what we're going to have a look at now is the floral animal dyes. So here in the UK, you're going to get them for £31.96. For you guys, stateside, are going to be £44.98. So you can check them ones out. So we are live, we are Wake Up Call, so it's a tiny little bit of confusion, but we're going to bring you in on that one. So we'll carry on, we're going to carry on with them because that's what I've got prepped, because that's what I've got on my sheet. So let's have a look at these ones. These ones here are, or the ones that I'm using anyway, is the Floral Wolf. So this one has got the main detail die. This one fully die cuts out, but you've also got a matte and layer to go with it as well. So what we can do is we're going to bring in our Gemini plates, and I'm going to bring in a piece of this is our anthracite cardstock, and what I've already done is I've popped some of our A4 double-side adhesive sheets on the back, and we could pop our metal shim in, because what we've then done is we've then popped our shim into place. And the reason being is our cardstock would be absolutely fine without the metal shim. The only difference is I've got that layer of adhesive and also that layer of the backing for the adhesive. So we're just going to make sure we've got that extra bit of pressure. We can then pop our plastic, magnetic, and then top plate into place. We can then run that one through. Then what I'm also going to do is if I bring in, let's see if I got so I'm going to bring in my back panel. We can show you that in a second.
Trisha's very happy that you're doing these nonetheless, Craig, because she owns them, so she's very pleased that you're doing a little bonus demonstration on these.
Yeah, so it is good. Sometimes little things in the gremlins in the systems happen, so we're still going to go ahead with them, because as you say, many of you have already got these at home. Maybe you'd be looking to get them in the future, so let's go ahead and let's demo them. What I'm now doing is I'm going to use my tool, my die brushing tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all these little bits. They will not come out as easily as just cardstock, because you have got your adhesive bits on the back. They're going to be held into place. So you need to pop some of them out. And if you are looking to get these ones, they are available on the website. They are in stock. So just head across to crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, and you can then be popping them into your basket if they do take your fancy.
Maybe someone, Craig, could give us a job titles for our jobs and come up with funny job titles for what we do for a living. Because there's so many options, isn't there, to, chief folder of cardstock and professor of fun. I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Go for it. Do your best and your worst.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I never, when I say I don't usually know what to say, what I always say is product demonstrator. And then that leads up to, well, what do you demonstrate? And then where do you demonstrate? And then depending on what the company is and whoever I'm speaking to might take an interest and go, oh, Oh, so do you make stuff? And who do you work with? And then what do you do? So before you know it, just a simple question has been 15 minutes later, and you've got all these additional ones as well. So.
Have you ever played the game on holiday where, because things about being on holiday, remember when you used to go on holiday as a kid, Craig, with your family, there was no social media, was there?
No.
You went and you met people and you exchanged addresses and you maybe stay in touch. You never did, basically.
No.
But did you ever play the game around the pool, what everyone does for a living? That was always fun.
No.
'Cause that's a good one. People will never guess what we do for a living. It's a really, real good one.
Yeah, never played that game. Never actually heard of that one before. Never heard that one. Hopefully, maybe, sometime soon, if we get some sun, get to go away, or at least just some here. Not that anyone here has a pool. Johnny probably does. If anyone, I bet you Ben does.
Ben's got a pool.
Yeah, Johnny's got a paddling pool.
Right.
And I bet you Ben's got like this humongous pool. Bet you.
We could go. I'd go swimming in the marina, Craig. That's about it. It's about as good as I can manage. It's a bit chilly, I bet.
I bet it is.
And those geese are savage as well.
Oh, them and seagulls, I'm telling you. See, whenever I go home, which I've got a wee bit of a break at the end of April, which I'm going home to see my family and friends, and I cannot wait. So yeah, the seagulls, they're awful, aren't they? So bad. Okay, so what I've done is I've done my back panel here, and what I've done is I've die cut the wolf with the anthracite Centura Pearl, and it's got the adhesive on the back. We've also done that one in the white with adhesive on the back. What I'm then away to do is if I peel all of this off, Joe, and because you've got a lot of intricacy within the back, easy for me to say, what we can then do is just take your time, peel all these bits off, and this is going to layer straight over our white layer. And you might think, but Craig, white on white, are we really going to see any of the elements? What we're away to do is if I pop that straight on here, now white on white does have its place. It can look so refined and elegant. But what I'm going to do is I've brought in a couple of my tri-blend pens, and I'm going to go in for the dark red blend, but I'm going to go in with the mid-tone, and I'm going to colour in the rose petals or floral petals. But don't worry about going over the lines, because you might think, well, it's a bit messy, Craig. Yeah, it is. I'll agree with you on that one. It absolutely is. But I'm only doing the rose petals or the rose heads, and I would do a couple of the leaves as well. Here is bud at the top.
Have you stuck that down, Craig?
This?
Yes, the top layer. Is it stuck down?
Yeah, I took the backing off the double-sided
of course
adhesive.
You did. Sorry.
That's okay. But if you didn't put your sheet on the back, what you could do, Joe, is use your spray, your permanent spray, or you could use your dotty tape runner. This would be great for the dotty tape runner. But equally, really easy is your A4 double-sided adhesive sheets, and that's going to go straight on. So what I'll do is I will finish off this bit here, and then I'll do just a couple of leaves, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So if I bring in the dull green blend, and let's go for the deep shade of it, and I'm going to go into all of these little bits of the leaves. We're picking it out. I'm not being overly careful. If I obviously go on to the leaves, which is absolutely fine. So I'm going to then go into here. So if I carry on, and I'm going to finish, so I've got that one, here, and then here. So I think that's one leaf, one, and one. And then if I actually only got one rose to do, so let's go into here. So let's colour that one. And this rosebud, oh, I tell a lie, I've got one more, Joe. Got one more.
I'm mesmerised by your colouring. We've got our first job descriptions for us, Craig.
Have we?
We are Chief Executives of Fun. Like that one.
That's good.
So we are CEFs. CEFs in Chief.
I've always wanted a title like that.
Have you?
Yeah. Yep. I think it would be good. Craig Laird, what is it?
CEF.
CEF. Yeah. It's good. Might start using that one. Could always
I reckon let's just change our email signatures. No one will know. Be fine.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
We just have to make sure we leave these footers off or the signature off when we email our bosses, and then we'll put them back on when we email everyone else.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Done.
Let's do it. Done. Actually, I'll probably end up forgetting.
Do you know the other one that makes me laugh, Craig, is when people talk about all those memes that you see on the internet where people like dress for the job that you want, and then people come into work like dressed as Wonder Woman and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's reminding me of that, but those are also very funny.
They're good. They're really good to actually see. There's some of the things as well people come up with. It's just phenomenal. So fascinating to see. Okay, so what we can do is to finish off, what I've done is I've taken our wolf here, and I also had the double-sided adhesive sheet over the back. So what I've done is I've peeled that off, and then I'm going to lay that bang on over our white layer. We're going to pop that one on, and then this layer eradicates all the messy colouring on the outline. But what it's done is it's given you that barrier, that wall, to colour in, and then you're left with this real perfect finish. You've got that crisp, clean finish all the way around, picks it out. So it's a quicker version of paper piecing, so you don't need to actually physically stand or sit and do paper piecing. Here's what I've done as well before. The only difference is I've also cut a backdrop of the wolf in the anthracite and popped that on to give it a shadow. Mats and layers, still using the anthracite, still using our white stamping card. This is one of the script card from Hunky Dory's Adorable Scoreable, and I've gone round the edge when it comes to the line. That's a little bit of the red. Foam pad on the back. I'm going to pop that one into place. And then what I've done is I've taken this hello die, which comes in with the stacked easel set, and I'm taking my pads off here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it just so that the sentiment is popping out and no more. And then there we go. We've got our card where we've used our animal die. So if I move that bit out the way and pop that one in, you'll be able to see there how well that looks here. Looks really, really good. And it just captures your eye, doesn't it, when it comes to that design there. So an alternative way of when it comes to paper piecing, but actually colouring in the lines. So if you do want to go with them ones, although they're not actually going to be on Creative Cravens, you can go across onto our website. You're going to find them there, $9.99 each of them, or $12.99 for you guys stateside, if you do want to go with them. But as I say, they are across on crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. And then talking about goodies that you might want to get your hands on, you might be lucky enough to be winning this incredible bundle that you're going to see right now. This is to celebrate National Craft Month. So what you need to do to get in with the chance of winning that is just get social. All you need to do is get commenting, whether it is, of course, on Facebook, whether it is on YouTube. Any of your comments that you've been sending to Joe, they're all going to be included. So for the remainder of today, you can still be in with the chance, getting your comments in with myself and Joe, whether it is Craft Vault, whether it is Craft Along, and then the winner will be announced in the 7 p.m. show, which of course is 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. So you can see the details right along the bottom for you to get social. But that's not the only giveaway that we're doing. We've got one ginormous giveaway planned for you as well. So that's going to be at the end of the month, and that's going to be the whopper of the Gemini Pro and the rotating disc as well, where you can get both of them. One lucky winner is going to get both of them. So you can see all of that detail, www.crafterscompanion.co.uk/national line craft line month line giveaway. Pop that into the website and you're going to be able to find out all that you need to do to be in with the chance of winning that big giveaway. So do check that one out as well. But then what we're away to do now is maybe you've not had a chance to have a look at this week's Get It, Got It Good. So we are only, about four days left of this current Get It, Got It Good. So do get a hold of it while you can. If you want to see a little bit more about it, here it is now. This week's current Get It, Got It Good is our twirling character stamp and die set. These ones here are all about the twirling characters. So £20, $20, €20, and you're getting 80 bonus points as well. It includes over 230 elements. It makes a minimum of 24 cards. Lots of different styles that you can see within the set there. That is your current Get It, Got It Good. There we go. So absolutely do check that one out while you're across on the website as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to finish off just shortly with Joe. He's got some comments that he wants to read out.
I have indeed got some more job titles coming in for us. Another one for you, Craig. Can you guess this one? Horologists.
Horologists.
Yeah.
No.
It is
horses?
No, it is not horses, not horoscopes, Johnny's either. It is the person who studies clocks.
Clocks? I wouldn't have got
Yeah,
that
that's a good one. This is a funny one coming from Candy Bishop. Says, woohoo! It wasn't the one I was thinking of, but we'll read Candy's anyway. She says, I love these shows. Early here in California. Thanks to all the crafters presenters. Certainly have brought many items and loads of fun. Linda says, we had site managers, and then someone had the brilliant idea to rename them, and they became business unit managers. Quickly got changed to bums. Which has really made me laugh. Lots of you chatting away still as well. If you think of any more, maybe we'll share a few more as we go into our craft vault in a wee while, Craig.
Absolutely. Well, it's me and you for the full of the day anyway. So yeah, that will be interesting to see what else can come through when it comes to the comments. But as I said a moment ago, we are coming to the end of Wake Up Call. That's not the end of the shows when it comes to Crafters TV. In a moment or two, myself and Joe, we are going to run to... well, there. And we're going to do Craft Vault. So this is going to be for half an hour to get your hands on some awesome products. Then what we're going to be doing at 3 p.m. here in the UK, or for you guys stateside, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, we're going to be doing something that you guys have been waiting on for quite a long time, and that is a craft along all about the foil press. So we're going to be making that home decor frame. If you do need any of the products, then we are going to also have many of them on the show for you to purchase, or do go across onto my social media as well as Crafters Companion. Check out that list of what you need to get before we go live, and you'll be able to craft along with us. And then what we're going to do is myself and Joe are also going to close out the day on Crafters TV when it comes to Creative Craven. So that, of course, is going to be 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time, and that's going to be a nice way to end a Wednesday on Crafters Companion. But what I do want you to do is I do want you to head across onto my Facebook page, simply because I want you to be in with a chance of winning a goodie bag. So we've got an incredible bundle. All you'll need to do is you will need to go into my Facebook and scroll down to round about this time last week. We've actually got a picture coming up on your screen in a moment as everything that you could be winning. This is exactly what you are getting. So you're getting a craft box, you're getting 3 of the big 8x8 stamps, you're getting a relatively new large creator cards, sentiment stamps and dies. We're even giving you some of our illustrator as well. That is everything that I have personally hand-picked out for you, for one lucky winner to be winning all of that. So both the winner of that goodie bag and also the winner of our National Craft Month daily giveaway will both be announced in the last show of the day, as I say, on Creative Craven. So thank you so much for your company today. I never want you to miss any show. If there's one show in specifically I don't want you to miss, that's going to be tomorrow's show. You absolutely do not want to miss tomorrow's Wake Up Call. We're going to be chatting to an inventor, but it's an inventor to do with here at Crafters Companion. It's all that I'm saying. Rightio, I will see you in about a minute's time. Have a good time, and we'll see you in a minute.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1,500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
Me that always. Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. We're gonna have a fun day today, Craig. I can feel it in my waters. It is going to be sensational. And talking of sensational, my oh my, have we got some sensational deals for you in this craft vault, bringing a whole new meaning to spending a penny, Craig. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's going to be awesome. The deals are fabulous, and we're already off to such a busy start. Shall we start with one of Craig's favourites, the Nature's Garden Peacock Collection? You've got a peacock corner. I know, that's what you're receiving in here. Well, it's not called that, is it? It's called the feathered corner, Joe, is what it's called. But these are awesome. Do you know what these will work great for? You know, if you get really big photos printed, so sort of really large ones like A4 ones, use these as beautiful ornate picture corners. They work great for that. So you're going to get those in there, and then if you're spending a penny, you're going to get the extra cardstock as well, and it is the black adhesive cardstock. $9.99 just for this die. Spend a penny and you're going to get that black cardstock in there as well. People in the US are probably thinking, what on earth does spend a penny mean? It is a very, very polite way to say that you are going to the bathroom, is what it means in the UK. And it came around because apparently public toilets used to have to pay a penny to go in. So that's where the term comes from. I know. Yeah, that's where it comes from. I mean, you can't say it's like spend 50p now. It's an absolute rip-off. Yeah. The ones in Whitby have got contactless card readers that you press. Have you seen it? I know. Right, we're going to move on. So do grab that, £10 or $12.96. Let's move on to this. Now, this is fantastic because in here, what you're paying for, you're going to pay for this Venetian Scrolls. Now, the Venetian Scrolls is an edgeable, which is fantastic. So it means you can do all those different edgeable techniques that you love, but spend a penny, we're going to give you the die brush included, normally worth $4.99 that, or $9.95. So you're getting $9.95 worth for a penny. I mean, that's awesome, isn't it? Right, do grab that, £8 for platinum members in the UK there. The next one we're going to go on to is the circle frames, which are these ones here. So what you're going to get in here is you're going to get the circle frame itself. Now, these are bridliant for doing all of the sort of over the edge words I'm about to show you, but you can use them with loads of different stuff. What you're also going to get in here then is the Dream Edgeable Sentiment too. Not only do you get the die, you also get stamps in there, so you can make that into a full project. And these are the kind of things that you are going to be able to make, which I think is awesome. Do you know what, Craig? This aperture here as well, if you did go for the over-the-edge dies that are coming up in our later Creative Craving shows, these would make lovely little fancy apertures, wouldn't they, to go with those?
They would. They really, really would. Really good set to actually pop into your basket for sure. So what we can then do is let's have a look. Oh, we're not demoing yet. All right.
We have really got that Friday feeling going on today, haven't we? He's off. He was away like Seabiscuit there. Right, let's move on to the next one. The arch stained glass windows. These are awesome. You guys have absolutely loved these when we brought them to you in the past. It cuts in this most exquisite detailing here, and loads of options when it comes to putting these together. What we're also, so you're going to buy the windmill, and then you're spending a penny and getting these. So you're going to get the card blanks, which are perfect for that aperture, and you get the envelopes in there as well. All of that for a penny. I know. So grab that, £17 or $19.96 in the US. And then finally, we have got the Blossoming Lilacs here. So this is the stamp that you're going to use. Sorry, that's not a stamp, that's a die, Joe. This is the die that you're going to use, but this is the imagery that you're going to stamp to cut out of that. You get all those stamps for a penny. half the stock of this has gone. I think this is going to be our first Craft Vault sellout. And that's the kind of lovely, awesome design you're going to be able to make with that, which is awesome. And these are like those... these are those layering stamps, aren't they, Craig? If I'm not, are they a layering stamp? Those ones, yeah, awesome. I had a go at stamping the other day. I was so pleased that you turned my rotation stamp project into an actual finish. Can I have it, Craig?
Of course you can.
Can I keep it?
That's why I made it and used
Ah,
it.
thank you. Yes, this is stamping I did. Craig taught me how to do stamping with the stamping platform the other day. So I did that bit on the outside, and then Craig has done that awesome card for me. How fantastic is that? Thanks, Craig.
You're welcome.
Loads of you still chatting away. Apparently, if you want... I don't know if I can say, Craig.
Oh, go for it.
Sarah may have posted sneaky peeks about who's going to be on your show tomorrow.
I've seen that comment.
Yeah. Hadassah loves all of the Peacock collection. Margie says, you guys are such a joy to watch and you always lift my spirits. Love you guys. We love you, Margie, as well. We really do. Right, get yourself over to the website. Make sure you get these deals in your baskets. I think we're going to have sellouts in the show. It is that busy already. You can get social with me, of course, as well. Crafters TV on Facebook and also Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Make sure you're in that drawer as well. Right, Craig, what do you fancy taking through first?
You sure? Ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready. Go, Craig, go now.
There we go. Righty-o. What I've done is I've taken already a piece of pattern paper from my paper stash here, which happens to be also quintessentially British English. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in the corner here. Now, if I also bring in a piece of that black cardstock that's got self-adhesive on the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this one through. Same plate configuration like you would do for any die. We're going to pop this one through here. Now, Joe, you can always count on Sarah to blow an exciting secret, can't you?
Always.
Always.
And she says I'm the one that's got loose lips.
Nope, it's her. I thought, do you know what, we'll build the excitement. We'll let you get excited who's going to be joined. And I thought maybe later on in the day, what we'll do is we'll tell you who's coming. Well, that lasted, what was that? An hour or something like that, and she goes and puts it on there, so...
well, she's not going to get told off though, Craig, is she, at the end of the day? Let's face it. She is the boss.
She is.
Well, apparently it's your show, so you can tell her off, according to Johnny said that, not me.
I might just have to do that. It's not fair. Blowing the excitement from the show. Anyway, what we can do is I can then take all these little bits out. Now you can use your tool here. What will happen sometimes, you'll have seen from up above, the die actually comes away from the adhesive backing. So if that happens, what you're going to have to do is either pop it back on top, or you're going to then come along, you're going to pop all these little bits out. And by doing that, if you're really careful, many of these bits, you can then start to paper piece into your other parts. You know, if you were to die cut this again, say in white cardstock, layer it up and paper piece some of these black bits in, because they are self-adhesive. But then what you can also do is these look phenomenal. As you were saying at the start, Joe, how these are good for, you know, like your corners, your metal corners.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Something as simple as your silver mirror card. Or what you can do is you can then pop your gold tinfoil onto your gold tinfoil? Silver tinfoil. Definitely not gold.
Oh, I want to get gold tinfoil now you've said
could
that.
you imagine?
Gosh, imagine how regal you'll be. Oh, just popping a chicken in, can you imagine? Gold tinfoil on it, yes please.
You could come along and you could change the colour with your alcohol refillable inks if you wanted to. But what I was wait to say before I threw myself off course was if you pop your tinfoil onto your double-sided adhesive sheet, then die cut that will then look like metal.
Do you know what else these would be great for, Craig? I've been buying, because obviously I'm decorating my apartment at the moment, I've been buying a lot of prints online and then either getting them framed or framing them myself. I just bought another fabulous one this morning.
You did?
I just think these would look great as well. So what I did was... she won't be watching it, it's fine. For my friend Leonie's 50 this year, Craig, and we always go to...
Is that Leonie who I know as well?
Yes, absolutely. we always go to Glastonbury together. So what I
That's
did was,
right.
rather than buying a really expensive present, because I'm cheap, I'm not, not really, what we did is our friend Stephen had taken a really gorgeous photo of lots of people at Glastonbury. So what I did was I got that blown up, Craig,
Right.
and then I bought a relatively inexpensive frame from, you know, the Rainforest online store, but it had a big mount in it as well. But because obviously to make the frame nice and big, but the mount's pretty boring.
Right.
These look great in the corners
Yeah.
of the frame over the mount, you know, just to really finish it off and make it awesome. So yeah, home decor's going to be awesome with this.
It is. It really is. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing that, and then the adhesive is going to adhere. But as you just said there, Joe, perfect for your corners. And also as well, I cannot believe that Leonie is 50. Or away to be 50.
I know.
Can't believe that. Can't believe that. What I can do is let's do one more as well. And what I'm going to do, just to help pop out all these bits, I am going to add my metal shim in. So we can run this one through.
Very busy on this, Craig, immediately this morning. Lots
I'm
of people
not
enjoying
surprised.
spending a penny in the craft vault. A quarter of the stock of that has gone just since we went live. We're only 5 minutes into this craft vault show. Already, I'm going to have to urge you to check your baskets out on this one. Very busy.
Wow. Yeah, get this one. Fab.
You love the Peacock collection, don't
I
you, Craig?
do. I really do. Because specifically when the full collection come out, it is the colours that I love within that full collection. Really gorgeous. What I'm going to do, let's do this quickly for these to get out. See the difference by using that metal shim, and what it does is it completely cuts the backing as well.
Okay.
It makes it all easier to come out. What I'm then going to do is I've still got bits. I'm not going to pop all these out. What I am going to do, and typical of just as the camera was across on you, Joe, I went and put my tri-blend pens from the Wake Up Call show away.
I think I'm going to be in trouble, Craig.
How?
There's lots of viewers that know Leonie in the comments, and I'm not sure as I should have said that she's 50 this year. I don't know if that was common knowledge, or I'm sure she'll tell you herself, but yeah. Maybe don't tell her I told you if you know her, or you know you watch her somewhere. Yeah, don't go over to her Facebook and say Joe said on Crafts TV that you're 50 this summer. Yeah, I need to really think. Do I need to engage this before I engage this sometimes, Craig?
Sure, no one will tell her. No one will tell. So what I've done is, if I take these last couple of bits out, now I was originally a way to pop that into the other corner, Joe, to show you how that you can create that cornered frame if you want to. But then I thought, you know what, let's show you a different way in which you can use them as well. If we take, let's try and get these little bits away. If I pop them onto the corner of acetate, and what I did do is I went and got some of our classic pens. So if I then lay that on, I've still got a few bits in the actual die, but you could pop them all out. Then start to use it as a stained glass effect. So bringing in our permanent pen, this one being our classic and being our cardinal. And make sure if you're doing this on acetate, make sure it's a real bold colour. If you do a very light pastel, like our Hint Of collection, you're not really going to see the colour of the ink. So it needs to be a bold one. So what I can do is if I then do that one there, let's do one more. I've done Alpine Green. What we can then do is quickly colour in these bits. So start to create your own additional corners or backdrops where you've done a little bit of your window. So you can see how that could start to come along.
I love it,
if I lift
Craig.
it up.
Do you know what it's reminding me of here is like, you know the stained glass windows that you get like on old piers and stuff like that, or when you go to really old theatres or picture houses. It's got that kind of awesome vibe to it.
It does, doesn't it? You can snip it out and then pop it in a corner if you want as well. That's just two things that you could be doing with this die.
I love it. Do you know what that'd go really well with across the middle there, Craig? You know those decorative borders that we did?
Yeah, oh, the
Could
swash
you
ones.
pop one of those in there. Yeah, the ones that we launched just last week.
Right across the corner there,
If you went for those, these would work perfectly with those. £8 as a Club Inspire Platinum member in the UK. A third of the stock now has gone. So that's what, in 2.5 minutes, Johnny, we have gone from a quarter to a third. Loads of you got this in your basket at the moment as well. If you are one of those people with it in your basket, I would urge you to check out. Let me move on and share with you the Blossoming Lilac. Now, which one are you paying full price for here, Johnny? You're buying the stamps, which is this one just here. So these are what you're going to pay for. Now, these are great. This is what they stamp up to for you. The great thing is as well that they are layering stamps. They're all numbered for you. You get the sentiments in there as well as the actual focal imagery. A quarter of this is already gone, but then spend a penny more and you're going to get these, which is awesome. And these will help you to cut out that imagery that you have stamped. And look, if you were maybe just thinking about get yourself a little something just for some inspiration today or this week, £6.40 as a platinum member in the US to get your hands, in the UK, sorry, to get your hands on those, which is awesome value for money. Very busy on the circle frames. Must go back there. Fifth of the stock gone already. Do you know what? If you're watching this show, if you're one of the people that watches these shows back at a later date, maybe one of our West Coast viewers, good luck is all I'll say, because it is so busy over on the website at the moment. If you are watching this back at a later date, definitely check the web for the current stock situation, because a fifth of the stock of these have gone now as well. These are always awesome. They've been so busy ever since we launched them. They're so versatile, and because they are because they're a edgeable die, it means that you can do loads of different things with them. What you're actually paying for here is, am I right, Johnny? You're paying for the circles in here, which are these ones. Use these as an aperture for your little over-the-edge characters, also for all of your different edgeable sentiments, and then you spend a penny more and you get that one included as well, which I think is awesome. And these are the kind of awesome cards and projects you will be able to make. Don't have to use it as an edgeable. If you want to snip it all the way out, absolutely, that is up to you. You can do that. I want to share with you the Venetian scrolls. I loved these edgeables when we released these. They were so popular. We've got the Venetian scrolls. If you don't have them, you need to get it because it is awesome. Look at all of that intricate detail that you've got in there. The other great thing with them is because they're edgeables, it means that you can do all your edgeable techniques. Now, £9.99 is what you should be paying for this one, but for a penny more, we're going to give you the die brush included, which I think is absolutely awesome. Right, loads of you chatting away with me still in the comments. Jean's got a question for you, Craig. She says, will pigment inks work on acetate?
You would need to pop some heat embossing powder on top, like a clear embossing powder, otherwise it'll just wipe away. Really, any of the ink pads, what you would need to do to stay on acetate or vellum is put a clear embossing powder over the top.
Awesome. I hope that helps, Jean. Let me know how you getting on. How you get on. Mary's saying how much she loves the peacocks too. Melissa, one more question for you, Craig. She says, if you don't have a metal shim, do you suggest putting an extra layer of something else to help cut it out?
Yes, you can do if you don't have a metal shim. I'm presuming maybe you've just lost it then if you've not got. Of course, you can stock up on other ones on our website. If you don't have one just now and you need one, just put in an extra layer of 300 GSM cardstock.
Awesome. Do all brands of die cutting machines have a metal shim, Craig?
I want to see most of them all have a metal shim. That's to enable dies to cut into fabrics or thicker materials like that. So yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Any more questions you've got, get them into me. But I know you've got loads more you want to share with us, Craig, haven't you?
I do, yeah, loads more. So let's go in with the blossoming lilacs. Let's go quick dry, and we're using baby blue, ocean blue, and then let's go, oh gosh, let's go, what have we got? Now this isn't quick dry, but sticking along the lines of the blue, we'll use midnight. And I would use quick dry, but to save a bit of time running to find it, let's just use water reactive. Let's go in with the stamp set here. And these are the ones that have got the corners on them. So these enable you to stamp using the really small platforms, even the 4x4 or the 6x6. But what I can do is if I bring in layer number 1, and it tells you in the 90-degree corner, it tells you number 1 there. So what I can then do is I'm going to come into place, and now I'm going to choose a specific 90-degree grid. And because they're small and I'm using this larger one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the corner cross here, and I'm making sure we are all lined up. What I can then do is if I bring in the lighter blue, which is the baby blue, and I'm going to stamp this one on. So we're starting with the lightest, and then we're getting darker and darker. So we can come into place here. I need to move this one up to make sure that we are popping it into place. We're going to stamp it in here. If you are using the 4x4 or the 6x6 stamping platform, what you'll need to do is make sure that your chosen line of your cardstock lines up with one of the grids here. What to do is, was it Try It Tuesday? We had another form of these stamps, wasn't it? Where I showed you to line up with the edge of the cardstock.
It was a different one, wasn't it? But
it was a different
this collection, was it?
That's right, yeah. It was a different stamp.
Was it some frames you had, Craig?
It was the wreath frames, that's it. And it was the same concept with the 90-degree angle where I showed you how to use the 4x4 or the 6x6. So if you need to know that, go back and have a look on, I want to say Craft Vault. It was definitely Tuesday, I'm sure it must have been Craft Vault.
It was Treat Yourself Tuesday.
It was indeed. So here we go, that's layer 1, and what I've done is I've done it 3 times to intensify the colour. You don't have to, you can just do it the once, but we can then go into layer 2, which I can see here has got the number 2 at the side. Once again, we're going to come back into place, and I'm going to line up the 90-degree angle at the same crossing point as I've done before. We are then going to go into the mid-tone of the blue, so we can stamp this one out. Giving it a good coverage, we can then hover over the top, and I say hover, it's the large platform, so it's going to go exactly where we need it to. Remove that one. You can see how you're starting to get that outline. Let's even do this just once more, and then what we can do, once we've done this one, we can then remove that one out the way. We can then come along with the third one, and this is then going to give all that final detail. So we're going to line up in the corner. We're going to go into the midnight. Now keeping in mind the midnight might not be as sharp in the fact of I'm using water reactive, but this does show that you can still do these even if you do only have water reactive. And then I'm going to stamp, and then what this does, you can just see, look at that. What I'm then doing, I'm going to redo that again because I've done that with the other ones, but also because it's water reactive. So I'm going to press, and then that really finishes off. That's I never get fed up of seeing that end result.
Beautiful.
When it comes. So that is with the blues. You can use any colours. What I would always suggest is whatever colours you use, make sure that you use a light, a medium, and then a dark. But you also get the leaves as well, where you can also layer up the same concept. But of course, you do then get the die as well, that you can then cut it out should you wish to.
For a penny?
For a penny.
What can you buy for a penny?
Exactly. Not much.
I mean, nothing. Literally, absolutely nothing. Very busy on that. Remember, with the Blossoming Lilacs, you are paying for the stamps, and you are going to receive the dies for just a penny. There they are. And these are the kind of awesome things that you can make with them, which is great. They make lovely little toppers when you use them along with the dies. Now we're going to go back to the Peacock collection. 40%, 40% of the stock has gone. If you're watching this back at a later date, definitely check the website for the stock situation. You're buying the feathered corner, and then when you spend a penny, you are going to get the black matte self-adhesive cardstock in there. 25 sheets, A5 size. Brilliant if you want to use it with these corners. You'll find loads of awesome things to use that with. Anne says, did my first layering stamp the other day. Silly me, it did not occur to me to use the little cross in the middle. Eye roll emoji at the end there from Anne as well. Joanne says, love the ideas you guys come up with, so inspiring. Suzette saying, I'm so loving my edgeables now that I've started using them. Mary saying how fabulous that corner die is. And Diane saying, I love seeing these layers come together. It's very, very pleasing, isn't it? Very busy. Let's move on to the windmill window. It's very Dutch, this one, isn't it, Craig? I think it's because you've got the tulips in here and then the windmill. It's really an awesome scene. Now, this is great because these dies will cut through a whole host of different things. But what you've also got in here is then the card blanks with the aperture cut into them. And you've got the envelopes in there as well, which is fantastic. £17 or 19.96. Craig, have you got a sample over there of this one? I don't have one over here.
I don't have one either. No.
Oh,
no, I
okey-doke.
don't.
I'll see if I can grab one.
Okay, doke. So if you're doing that, what I'll do is I'll run these ones through. Now, what you're wanting to do, actually, Joe, can I pinch one of those card blanks?
Oh, a white one or a black
The
one?
white one. Let's do the white one.
White one.
Because this really does, it needs the card blanks to show the concept of them.
Oh, I can't.
Although you don't have to use the card blanks if you don't want to. So what I've done is I've just popped a couple of these little bits out that was still in place. Thank you very much.
There you are.
So we can bring in that card blank now. Don't only think of these for card making. If you like to do your cross stitching or anything like that, like Kelly here in the office, she loves to do her cross stitching, use that to be a card blank for the front of that one. What I'm then going to do is I just want to double check that you'll be able to see that this one is slightly bigger than the actual arch here, and there is a reason for that. This full die cuts out of place, however you do get a full backed layer if you want to as well. So what we can do is we can then bring in our black self-adhesive sheet from the Peacock collection. And the self-adhesive sheets, black sheets, these actually were released the same time as these arch windows that were launched together so that you could do all your different techniques. So we can do plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. So we can run that one through here. Then I'm going to, oh, have you found some, Joe? Brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I have just found it and broken it at the same time.
Oh.
I was like, oh, look, it's got a flappy front. And I was like, no, it hasn't, Joe. You've just put your finger through where it's glued on. I'll fix that in a second. But here you can see exactly how they work. So that's with the acetate there, and that's alcohol markers, is it, Craig, I'm guessing?
It
They've
is.
been used on there. They are awesome, aren't they?
They are. They really, really are. They've got that bold inner part that you can start to colour, whether it is your cardstock, whether it is any of your classic pens, tri-blend pens, anything along those lines. But what we can then do is we can pop these ones out. And if I take these little bits out here, taking the backing off, so I'm going to take this backing off here. Then what I've done is I've taken that residual acetate that I used earlier for the Peacock collection. I'm going to bring this one in. Let's get rid of these little bits. And then what you could do is you can use that outline die to cut the acetate, to show you this one here. So you could use that if you wanted to. I find it just as quick to use my scissors. So for time and speed, let's use our larger ones. So I'm going to go all the way around. And then if I just press that just to adhere it that little bit more, very similar to our tape runners, make sure that you get, not a lot of heat, but you get that build up of heat for that adhesive just to adhere. And then I'm going to chop all the way around. I'm doing it very quickly. And then what we could do is if we bring in that card blank, we're going to pop that into the aperture. And with this window frame being slightly bigger than the aperture, it's going to sit over the top just perfectly. So let's bring in, let's use our dotty tape runner for time and speed. For this one, what I would do, Joe, is I would use my red liner tape and my thin one. So I'm going to go all the way around the edges. I've got adhesive in this inner part here, but you could take more time.
Lots of people let me know they're ordering that Peacock collection. Kaz has just gone for it. Abigail's just gone for it as well. I think it is going to go, half the stock's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes just after the show, Craig. This
I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. Real good must-have within your set. Then here we go. You can then come along and you could be decorating it, whether you want to use what I'd done before with the Peacock collection, and that was your pens, or you might want to bring in a piece of pattern paper and have that sitting in the backdrop, but you can see how it's neat and tidy on the reverse as well. So keep it simple if you want, or then start to come in with your sentiments if you want. As it is a wafer thin die, don't forget you can foil with this as well. So the outline parts that would all die cut, instead they foil, and that is at least one of the additional demos that I'm going to cover at the later part of Craft Along later on today with the foil press to show you how. Actually, I tell you what, let's keep this one aside.
All right, yeah.
And we'll foil this one at the later part of Craft Along later on.
Brilliant. So Craig, with a craft along later, I'm not going to craft along with you, right? Not because I don't think I could do it. I just think it's going to be quite involved, and I've got actually. I do remember that I actually have an actual job to do, as well as not just having fun with you crafting along. But I was having a little think. Do you think after the craft along, Craig, I could have a little go with you, and then we could post the results on our Facebooks afterwards?
If you want,
just give it a quick go. How about that? Because I do want to have a go. But I'm just not going to have. If I had another pair of arms, maybe I'd be able to. Do my job and craft along. So yeah,
sounds like a good idea.
Brilliant. Craig is like my crafty guru now. After our rotation stamping lesson yesterday, you see, he's like a crafty yogi, isn't he? Not the bear. I mean like a one. Christine says, no matter how many times we think we know how to do something, we always learn a new technique to do. Great show. What acetate were you using there, Craig?
This was Hunky Dory's heavyweight acetate. So yeah, if you're putting it in the back of something construction, you could use the heat acetate for this one, but where possible, I would always just use the heavyweight.
Brilliant. Peg says, I was going to do the penny deals, but I need them all for my slider cards. Lol. Love that, Peg. Anne says, if you're colouring acetate with markers, do you do it on the back or the front? That's a great question.
I always do it on the front. But it's entirely up to you. Do a little test run and see what you prefer the look of, whether it's the front or the back. It's very, very slight, minimal difference, but have a look and see. But I always do it on the front.
Well, I hope that answers your question, Anne. Right, stained glass windows. Let me just show you again. Oh, I'm going to need to borrow some of your glue in a second so I can fix this, Craig. Otherwise, Jake will have me after the show otherwise. Right, this is what you're going to be able to create here, which is awesome. So you are getting that stained glass window in there. And then you've then got your apertures as well. So you're going to get 5 of the black, 5 of the white, and then you've got the envelopes there for you too, which is awesome. So do make sure you grab those. Nature's Garden. 60% gone now. It's getting busier and busier and busier on that. What you're getting in here is you're getting that awesome corner die, which is fantastic. And then you're going to get the self-adhesive matte black cardstock for £1. 1 British penny is what you're going to get that for, which is absolutely amazing, really. Loads coming up today. Don't forget you've got that craft along at 3 p.m. here in the UK, which is 11 a.m. East Coast time. And then Creative Cravings, bringing the day to a close with myself and Craig later today. We're going to go back to the circle frames. Really busy on these. These apertures, I love that you get 2. So you get like the scalloped edge and you get the straight edge in there. You're going to have, there's loads of different concepts that you can use these for, but they do work brilliantly with our word edgeables, which are these ones just here. And you're going to get the dream one in here included for just 1p more, which is awesome. You're saving over 25% there, which is absolutely awesome, isn't it? The blossoming lilacs, very busy here as well. Let's pop that over there. With this, what you've got here is the stamps. So you're paying for the stamps. Well, you pay $7.99 is what you pay for the stamps. And then these are the layering ones that you've just seen Craig use a moment ago. And then what you're going to do is cut those out with the stamps for a penny more. And then you've got that awesome topper there as well. So do grab those. Venetian scrolls, very, very busy, as they always are. Paying for the Venetian scrolls, and for a penny more, you're going to get £4.99 worth of die brush in there too. Loads that you can do with these, Craig. Is it fair to say you'd be able to do all the edgeable techniques with these?
Absolutely, you will do it indeed, because you've got the main die, the outline die as well. So the main idea of them is the edgeable of your card blanks that you can see here. So that nice decorative part that you've got, simple but really effective. Or you might want to do a double. You might want to do a doubler. So you can see on this one here, also doing a little bit of inking throughout the little aperture parts. And then if we want to then even bring in another doubler, but within this one here, what I've done is we've actually formed the base with the actual die as well.
Nice.
So instead of doing it this way, as in this technique, what I've done is I've just turned it around so it's along the top and along the bottom, and it will still sit flat. So you'll be able to see that as well. No rocking or moving. It's just a perfect hold. Really good. Different things you can do with them.
Yeah, it's so versatile, and you know, your hours and hours and hours of edgeable masterclasses available to you over on our website. There was even, oh, do you know what? I could just grab something to show you what you could do with these. What you could do, these would work perfectly for this, because it was actually from a very similar collection. It was the same collection, wasn't it? So in the original collection, you had this one, you had the butterfly one. So actually, you could use that Venetian scrolls, and you could create that awesome craft along that Debbie Fisher did, which I think is absolutely brilliant, for which she won card of the week for. So yeah, buy this. How amazing, Craig, as well. Get that, look, you're spending, you're getting a great price on that. I mean, even if you only made just 3 or 4 of those using that, it's going to be worth it at that incredible price. And you've then got that dye brush included in there as well. Craig, big day coming up for you and I here on Crafters TV. So excited for that craft along. It's going to be epic, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be so good. It's something you've all been waiting for quite a wee while, and that's a foil press craft along. So we're going to do a bit of home decor. We're going gold, we're going navy, and we're going all beautiful, that's for sure. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. Do join us. So do you think we'll get time for a little bit of a Q&A during that craft along as well, Craig?
Absolutely. I believe and I plan to actually have a bit of time towards the end of the show where we'll do a few techniques and any questions as well.
The question on everyone's lips, Craig, is the purple shirt here?
No, it's not.
Craig, man.
Nope.
I'm devastated.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
I'm absolutely gutted. You have got 90 minutes. It is your 90-minute warning for that craft along. Don't forget to check out your basket. It's very busy on that peacock collection that we had for you there as well. So don't miss out on that. But myself and Craig, we're going to do our pre-show yoga, and we'll see you back here in 90 minutes.
Bye.